Hi, this is Yvonne Yu, Mayor of Monterey Park. I came from Hong Kong over 30 years ago. The reason why I want to run for office is because I love my community, especially with the different ethnic groups, which makes it unique of our community. Any racial discrimination is unacceptable. No matter how they use COVID as an excuse, they make our community to fall apart. But I believe together we can stop it. We have to all stand up and report the incident. We have to let the world know who's ruining our community. We have to let the world know who's breaking our community. And those criminals are sick. They are like bacteria and viruses. They're eating up our spirit. They're eating up our bodies. And they're eating up our country. And we have to all stand up and fight for it. Fight for our community and fight for our country. Hey, this is your home and this is our home too. We all deserve a peaceful community with respect from each other. Let's all get united to fight for the betterment of our community. Thank you.
Delana Ashley Yuan, Paul Andre Mitchell, Xiao Jie Tan, Dao Yu Feng, Sun Chung Park, Hyung Jung Grant, Suncha Kim, Yung Yue. These are names of the victims of last week's massacre in Atlanta. Remember their names. Since last year, over 3,795 reports of hate crimes, physical and verbal, have been directed at Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. And this needs to stop. We need to stand together as a community united and push back against the racism and xenophobia that have given rise to these acts of bigotry. Remember, one crime of hate committed against one community is a crime of hate committed at all communities, and we need to stand together. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fred Sornosa. I am the City Council member for the 3rd District. It is with great sadness to learn that there has been an increase in harassment and brutality targeting Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders throughout the nation. The rise in hate crimes is intolerable. Today I stand in unity and solidarity with my colleagues to denounce these violent acts. One of the strengths of the Monterey Park community is our diversity. We must remain united against hate crimes. These acts of violence are unacceptable. We all have a responsibility to counter hate with efforts to prevent violence, promote tolerance, and advocate for policies and practices that combat racism. We encourage our community to report any hate crimes and racially motivated incidents to the Monterey Park Police Department. Thank you.
Greetings, this is Monterey Park City Council member Hans Leong. We here in the city of Monterey Park continue to stand united against racism, hatred, violence, and the rise of attacks against APIs in our communities. I encourage our community to stand united with us and report any incidences that they may experience to the Monterey Park Police Department. Let us remember to continue to communicate, relate, and appreciate the vast diversity that makes our nation great. Thank you, be safe, and have a blessed day.
Hi, I'm Peter Chan, council member of City of Monterey Park. Starting in 1850, Chinese came over for the gold rush. And then they moved to build the Transcontinental Railroad in 1860s and connected the East to the West. And that's why America became economic power and a political power in the world, because of all the diligent work of the Chinese laborer in building the railroad. But after the railroad is done, they were not welcome to the party. And then they dispersed everywhere to do odd jobs, hardworking works, and stuff. And they went to Sacramento, San Joaquin Valley to develop the wasteland into farmable lands. And even nowadays, when we go there, we can still see the evidence, the irrigation systems canals, levees, dikes, all over. And until today, we are still harvesting from their hard work. But the reward that they receive from Congress is the Chinese Exclusion Act, which was signed into law in 1882, and there was a discriminatory racist law, and that discriminate the Chinese specifically. And it was repealed only 61 years later in 1943. And then the Chinese American and the Asian Americans, just like the Black Americans, Native Americans, Latinos, and even some early European immigrants, were all discriminated upon. And there were so many things that was unjust and not right. And therefore, it is time for all of us to stand tall and strong together to stop the hate crimes against the Asian Americans. Yes, there were so many things that was wrong from before, but it is time to correct all those wrongs. Let's stand together and say no to the hate crimes. It is time to recognize the contribution of the Asian Americans in this country. It is time to act. This is time to condemn the discriminations, the racist laws, and people in the United States of America. And I hope we all have equality sometime in the future. And the future is now. We have to act now and hope we can work together, live together happily in this country. God bless America. God bless all of us.
Hello, Monterey Park. My name is Vincent Chang. I'm your elected city clerk. Normally, I would be here talking about elections and voting. Today, I'm here to talk about something that has a potential to affect much of our population. That is hate crime against Asian Pacific Islander community. Last year alone, there were at least 3,800 hate crimes perpetrated on the APAI community. Fortunately for Monterey Park, we have few incidents, if any, and hopefully it will stay that way. But how can you get involved? You can get involved by being observant. You can be involved by being situationally aware of the of any area that you're in. If you see something happening, take notes, document it if you need to, and so that you can help the authorities investigate. So those are the kind of things that you, as a member of the community, can do. And to those who are thinking about committing these heinous crimes, such as beating up on the elderly, shooting unarmed people, specifically women, Asian Pacific American women, that you're advancing some sort of cause, you're not. We as a community, Black, brown, Native American, Caucasian, we're coming together to support and fight against you. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joseph Leon. I am the treasurer of the City of Monterey Park. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here today and bring this important message. We're all here today to denounce all crimes in our city and in our nation, especially the rise in hate crimes. We're all very fortunate to be in Monterey Park, where it's my understanding there have been no hate crimes reported. We have a great police department, but we must work with the police department and report anything you may see that's suspicious. You never know. The call you may make may save someone's life. And as always, I urge everyone to get involved with our city and join your local neighborhood watch group. Thank you so much for allowing me to bring this message. Thank you.